Many people I talk to are ready to downsize their home, but most are overwhelmed by the thought and have no idea where to start. So if this sounds like you, then stick around, because in today's video, I'm going to go over the top tips to help you downsize your home. Hi, my name is Casey, and if you haven't met before, I'm a realtor here in Corona. And on this channel, I share information about the 55 and older communities of Trilogy at Glen Ivy and the community of Terramor. But I also help buyers and sellers all across Southern California. So if you find this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons below. Okay, so let's get started. If you're considering downsizing your home, but you're feeling overwhelmed, you need to understand that you're not alone. The truth is, most of us try to justify why we keep so many things around our home. We hang on to items because they were expensive, or we think we might use them again in the future, or belong to your mother or your grandmother and you simply can't imagine getting rid of it. Now, my wife and I just went through this entire process ourselves, and I have to say, at times it was very overwhelming. Now, we had lived in our previous home for over 27 years, and to be honest, we had accumulated a lot of things. We raised our 2 kids in this home, but they were grown up now and had moved out. And because we weren't using these rooms anymore, they quickly became nothing more than storage space. And our 2-car garage was nothing but storage space too. But thankfully, we got through the process. So let me share with you how we did it. The first thing we did was call our adult kids and ask them for help. And we did this because we realized a lot of the items that we had been storing in our home actually belonged to them. And we didn't want to throw away their items without giving them a chance to go through it first. So we asked them to come over and to go through their items. This was a great place to start, and we did get rid of a lot of things. Next, we had to decide what to do with all of our things. We had years worth of furniture, appliances, clothing, and household items to go through. So our plan was to go through each room and decide what items we were going to keep and what items we were going to get rid of. So my suggestion is to pick one room at a time and start there. This will definitely make the process feel more manageable. Now, our plan was to sort the items in each room and put them in 4 different piles. And the first pile was going to be for items that we wanted to keep. And the remaining items that we no longer wanted or needed were going to be separated into 3 additional piles. One for items that we could sell at a garage sale, another for items that we could donate, and the final pile would be for things that we simply wanted to throw away. As we began sorting through our items, we realized we really did have a lot of things that were in good condition, but we simply didn't use them anymore. So we put these items together and planned on having a garage sale. Now, I have to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of doing garage sales, but they are a good way of getting rid of items that you don't use anymore. And many cities and neighborhoods have dedicated weekends for garage sales, so make sure you check with your city first. But with just a few hours on a Saturday or Sunday, you'll be able to get rid of a lot of your items. And the bonus here is you'll have a few extra dollars in your pocket too. Now, another way of getting rid of some of your items is to make a donation to a local charity or a shelter. Now, these organizations provide jobs and support for your local community, and most are willing to come out and pick up items from your home. But I have noticed that some of these groups are getting a little more picky now about what items they'll actually pick up. So make sure you call first and find out. And the items that you donate to charity are typically tax deductible, so make sure you ask for a receipt before they leave. And our final pile was for items that we simply didn't want anymore and had decided to throw away. Now for us, this pile continued to get bigger and bigger as we progressed through our home and our garage. And for large and bulky items, we simply called our local trash pickup company and arranged for their large item pickup service. This was a great way to get rid of large items like appliances and furniture that we needed to get rid of. And if you're feeling up to it, you can always rent a truck or a trailer and haul your items to the dump yourself. But since our pile had gotten so big, we reached out and found a local trash hauling company that came out and hauled our items away for us. And the cost for this service was fairly reasonable. And you can find these services on sites like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and even just driving through the parking lot of Home Depot or Lowe's. But remember, the items you have in your home took years to accumulate. So it's not realistic to think you could sort through all of it in just a day or two. That simply isn't realistic. It took us several weeks to go through our entire home and sort out all of our belongings. And some decisions were really easy to make, while others weren't. And there were definitely some arguments and disagreements along the way too. But thankfully we got through it. And I have to say, it does feel good to be rid of so much stuff that was simply taking up space in our home. And when we started, it did seem like an overwhelming task, but it really doesn't have to be complicated or overwhelming either. Just give yourself plenty of time and break things down into smaller, more manageable projects. And I promise you that once you're done, you'll be asking yourself why you hadn't done this sooner.